All right, welcome back to our last video. In this video, I'm going to be going over how this functionality here works for this gallery, where we have this delete button and we have this edit button. So just as an example, so let's say I wanted to make, right now I'm clicking in here and these are non-editable controls right now. But if I click edit, you see how I'm able to edit the controls how I want. I can make a correction here. I can change this, so and then I can save it, and it saves it back to the SharePoint list. So now I can even edit it. So let's go and take a look at how we did this. Okay. So the first thing to do is look at the screen one, and we're going to look at the on visible property. Let me bring this down. We did look at this before in one of our previous videos, but we didn't catch this last part here. So that last part there, what we're doing is here we're initializing our collection with data and adding the is editing field, and that way we can keep track of the editing status. So let's go back to our gallery, and then since we did that, now let's click on this edit icon and look at the on select. And as you can see with the on select, what we're doing here is this will allow us to edit items within the gallery. So now we're setting the is editing data to true, so that way we can edit within the gallery. So if we look at that here, once I click this, set to true, and we're allowed to edit. So after that, if we go to the, let me click this again. Let me go back to the save icon. Let me close this down. So if you look at the save icon, and this is just allowing us to update the correct item in our guard patrol checklist. So it goes into that guard patrol checklist, it compares the IDs. Once it finds a match, it allows us to update an existing item. So that's what that is doing right there. And then our patch function for our collection, it just allows us to make sure that we also update the collection as well. So it can be in sync with our SharePoint as well. So that way, whatever we're seeing in our SharePoint list will also be in our collection. So that's what this is doing. Now let's take a look at our delete icon, which is pretty simple. Let's see what's going on here. So if we click on that. All right, so for our deletes, we're just removing the selected item from the guard patrol checklist from our SharePoint list. And then we also have to make sure that we remove it from our collection. So that's what this is doing. Just finds a match and then removes it from the collection. All right, now let's look at our visual. So when we save this, as you can see, we're no longer able to edit, right? But once we click edit, you see how it has this visual, this outline. It outlines what can be modified. So let's look at that. So all it is just, if we go to the border color of each of those controls. So if we look at the border color, I'm just doing, if this item is editing, so if it's true, then we're going to show this color. And if it's not, we're going to do this. Pretty simple. So we do that for each one of these different controls. And I think that does it for our collection. That does it for this application. So hopefully it makes sense. Please leave your comments below and I can answer any questions you may have. So if you'd like to have this application, I'm also going to provide a download so you can download this application. I am going to put more comments before I make it available to download so that it can make more sense. So I'm going to, make sure I add some more comments in here that make sense so that you can be able to understand. But please, let's keep the discussion going. I'm going to be continually adding features to this. This will always be free. So whatever features I add, it'll also be updated application for download will be available to you, so that you can, maybe use it for your own application, not necessarily for a guard patrol checklist, but maybe some other type of checklist, or maybe you can use some of the concepts or ideas here. So thank you so much for being a part of this course. This is my first one, and I appreciate you guys being patient with me. I want to thank all my subscribers. Thank you for letting me hit 1,000, for helping me get there, 1,000 subscribers. And take care. Bye.